Thank you so much for joining me. We are playing Bookbinding Demo. The game is slated for release for Q2 2026, and it's supposed to be a cute, cozy game about binding books, and there's magic and some other stuff. We'll just roll into it. Name your bookbinder is a young... Okay, so we'll name her Manilia, a woman. To ruin one's own fate by twisting someone else's. To return to the life you wanted to escape from. To be afraid, weak, and closed. To be different. To be a magician. What does all of that mean to you? Devs, when you have a narration, you need to let me click a button to make the narration go away. I've made you a bed upstairs. It's probably not as sumptuous as the one you had in the capital, but it's warm and dry. Way better than the ones in the orphanage, for sure. But don't take my kindness for granted, Manilia. If you bring in no income, you'll have to leave. I don't do charity. To be honest, I still don't understand why you come to me, of all people. At our last meeting, you said you hate me. I have nowhere else to go. Why not stay in the capital? Haven't you made any friends in 5 years? Your sudden escape shortly after your lord's death seems suspicious, to say the least. He fell off his horse. I had nothing to do with it. If you say so. I need to make sure you're still a good bookbinder. Take this book, change its cover to, I don't know, the velvet one, and make it look mystical, like it's an expensive grimoire. I'll sell it to some fool for triple the price. Okay, click on Nate's hand. Yes. Here's the tab of textures. Fur, squama, velvet. Change the texture here. I'm cool with that. You can also add your own color to the preset. Brush texture. Pick any brush texture you like. Try drawing something. Oh no, you're making me nervous, man. Okay, we're gonna... Thanks. I appreciate. Okay. To move, hold down on... Oh, interesting. Okay. Decorations, stickers. Okay. What do we got? And to duplicate. Okay. Hold on. I'm not... Oh my god, you're stressing me out. Alright. Stickers. And then stencils. Kinda liked this one here. I felt like it matched. This is the end of your turn. Now you're free to create the cover as you want. All right. That can I? All right, stickers, other buildings, nature, middle age, mystic. I'm not sure I'm digging that. Hold on. We'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. I think I like this cat right here. Okay, finish. Not bad. Is that all? Let's see. Where did you even get this book? From the public library. Yes, there's a public library in town now. The author of the book is a local nobleman. No wonder he doesn't know commoners can't read. It was printed a couple of years ago to teach them obedience, so that nobles would beat them a little less often. As if it would help. What's wrong? You went pale. Nothing. I'm just tired. The day has just begun. Get to work. I'll come to check on you tomorrow. Don't make me regret that I took you in, Manilia. All right, Nathaniel. Good morning. Are you open? Of course you are. You just rang the bell. Sorry, I always say stupid things when I'm nervous. You're a bookbinder, right? Oh, I'm doing this again, aren't I? Asking obvious questions. It's hard for me to talk to new people, but I couldn't just walk by. We need more artisans, because if this town doesn't earn money, it doesn't develop. So welcome. I'm Agate. Like the gem. Guess you don't have a lot of customers yet. I would love to be one of them. Could you decorate my textbook with an autumn theme, please? Sure. Tarot reading, huh? Weave, lace, marble, moss. Let's do moss. Orange. Autumn stickers would be found in nature. So this apparently isn't nature, so we're going to get rid of that. Okay, finish. Ah, thank you very much. I've always wanted to decorate my textbook. Why doesn't anyone make decorated textbooks? They're always so plain. Forgive me for asking, my lady, but are you a magician? I wish, but no, I attend tarot reading classes as a free listener. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't upset that I'll never be able to put theory in practice, be able to change people's lives for the better by the weave of your hand, to make fate itself bend to your will. So much responsibility, yet so many opportunities. What about you? Are you a magician? No, my lady, I'm not. We're gonna lie. It's such a rare gift, even among the nobility. I don't think I've ever met a magician from the artisan class. But that's not a bad thing, is it? Even if you were born a magician, you would be forbidden from doing readings. Of course, there are exceptions, but as far as I know, you need to be very talented for a noble to decide to hire you. And well, although I'm lucky enough to be a noblewoman, I don't think my parents would be very happy if magic flowed in my blood. I'm talking too much, aren't I? I should probably go. To be perfectly honest, the textbook is not the only reason I came here. I'm writing a research paper for the university about lower classes and their problems. I'm convinced that understanding these problems can persuade the nobility to pay attention to them. So I go around asking artisans questions about their lives, but no one wants to talk to me. Or to be more precise, they give me vague answers. Perhaps you want to participate? Forgive me, my lady, but I would rather not, because I might have just killed my previous master. No need to apologize. I understand. Thank you for helping with the textbook. It was a pleasure to meet you. Good afternoon. Name's Stephania. I work at the public charity library. One of our books is in terrible condition, and Sir Nathaniel said you could replace its cover. It's a romantic novel, really popular with the youths. They've read it to shreds, and if it keeps going like that, it'll fall apart. Sir Nathaniel offered me a discount. Mighty kind of him. So apart from the cover, put on the book those little metallic corners for better protection, you know. Oh, he was not kidding, was he? Okay. Well, let's stick with first comma leather. Or flax. Maybe flax. All right, and then okay, a new cover, and then book corners, textures, patterns, decoration, stickers, stencils. Yeah, anything that's sweet. All right, finish. Thank you. It looks much better now. Answers options marked with an I symbol provide additional information. This isn't a romantic novel. It's a collection of vulgar verses. That explains why the book is so loved. Well, I don't care what folks are reading as long as they're reading, you know? It's their chance to become something more than a dirt digger, and if they gotta get a bit too excited over the process, so be it. We teach them math and writing if we could, but textbooks are too pricey, and nobody's gonna donate them to us, so we have to make do with what we have. How do you know Nate? Sir Nathaniel is a benefactor of our library. Nate? A benefactor? Hard to believe. He's a good man. The youths love him. Thanks for coming by. Thank you for helping me. Sir Nathaniel was right about you. Hi, friend. I'm in a hurry, so can you please serve me quickly? I'm delivering a package to a noble and want to look my best. The notebook I've been using for years looks poor, for lack of another word, but I don't want to throw it out. Too many memories. Can you wrap it in leather? Theo? All right, Theo. You can clearly see the hand of a true master here, a very neat work. I can never do this, even if I were taught by the best masters. My hands are too clumsy. What's that book in your bag? I'm not even sure if you, or I, for that matter, am allowed to look at it. It's intended for an important person. A noble, as I already mentioned. I don't think they would be pleased if they found out I was blabbing about their package. Theo Bennett, your name sounds familiar. I doubt we met before, but you probably knew my father. I was named after him. He used to work in the artisans' quarters. May his soul rest in peace. Now that I'm looking at you, did you happen to live in the orphanage? I did. Why? Manilia, is that you? Oh, my goddess, now I do remember. We lived in the same building for a whole year, just on different floors. I was a little kid, and you were a youth. I tried so hard not to catch your eye because I was afraid you might somehow curse me or the whole orphanage at once. That's not how magic works. I know it now, but back then I was horrified, so I breathed a sigh of relief when you ran away. No offense? Didn't you say you were in a hurry? Right. I need to go if I don't want to get whipped. See you later, or maybe not. Bye, Theo. By the end of the day, your whole body aches from standing behind the counter, but sleep doesn't come. You find yourself staring at the chapel behind the window, the very same one you saw from the orphanage many years ago, just from a different angle. It feels weird to be here in this town. You can't call it home, not anymore, but it's the safest place possible. They won't follow you here. You saw and heard nothing. When he died, you were on the other side of the Capitol, in his mansion. It was an accident. You roll over onto your other side, wrapping yourself in the blanket. The nights are still too warm for that, but you would rather feel uncomfortable than unsafe, even if this You roll over onto your other side, wrapping yourself in the blanket. The nights are still too warm for that, but you would rather feel uncomfortable than unsafe, even if this oh my fuck. You rolled over onto your other side, wrapping yourself in the blanket. The nights are still too warm for that, but you would rather feel uncomfortable than unsafe, even if this thin layer of fabric is only an illusion of protection. As your body tries to sleep, your mind keeps spinning. You think of Nate, your former friend. You never thought you would see him again. You swore you'd never see him again. His manners, or to be more precise, his lack thereof, are still the same, but he dresses differently, moves differently, and there's even more arrogance in him now. It's not surprising to you, though. From a simple pickpocket to a criminal feared and respected on the streets, no wonder he's so full of himself. Still, it pisses you off. When sleep finally comes, it's restful and fitful. And that was the end of day 1. On to day 2. The slam of the front door wakes you in a hush of night. You leap from the bed, heart hammering against your ribs. They're here. They've come for you. Why didn't you hear them sooner? Why? You freeze, straining to listen. You freeze. Footsteps, sharp, familiar, echo through the silence. Nate? You hastily throw on your clothes and rush downstairs. Manilia, I need your help, quickly. You know how to get stains out of fabric, right? Clean this book cover, then make it unrecognizable. No questions asked, just do what I said. Is that blood? It is, that's why I'm here, you idiot. Help me. Have you gone mad? No way, don't drag me into this. You're still under my roof. Help me or I'll throw you out to starve. You have no one in town except me, and you can't return to the capital either. You won't survive on the streets alone. We both know that. We're not kids anymore. Okay, at least tell me it wasn't murder. I didn't plan to kill him. I just needed the book, but he started to scream, attracting attention. He left me no choice. All right, I'll see what I can do. Just be quick. I just realized on the other books, I never turned them over. Okay, we'll do flex. We'll do dark and thank you. I'll hide the book at my house. It would be safer to keep it in. It would be safer to keep it in Stefana's library. I don't want to put her at risk, though. What's next? One of the patrolling guards saw me entering the alley after the boy. When the murder becomes known, she'll put 2 and 2 together. You killed the boy. You killed Theo. Oh, Nathaniel. We cannot let it happen. The tarot cards. You'll make it so I never get caught. Readings can be done once per stage of life. I never had one in my adulthood. That's what you mean. Where did you get them? They were in the book, hidden between the pages in a paper pocket. I doubt the boy knew about them, and before you ask, I didn't know either. I can't. I don't have the right to do readings. Not anymore. One crime more, one less. You already helped me with the murder. If they catch us, we'll both hang. Believe me, so don't be stubborn. I need a personal item of yours. Take the bookmark out of the book. It's mine now. And one more thing. I noticed the cards differ in color. Some of them are darker. If you draw one like that, don't use it. You understand? I don't want to find out where it'll lead. Manilia, do you hear me? Manilia. Then don't drift off in the middle of a conversation. All right. Death does not always signify the end of life. Sometimes it's the end of a friendship, of love, or trust. Sometimes it's a curse, sometimes a blessing. You never know until it's too late. He doesn't want a dark one, right? Justice and fate is on our side today. What now? We will wait. Closing the shop would be suspicious, so keep working. I'll be nearby in case something happens. Try to behave as usual. The guards may come to question you. And the cards? I'll take them with me. It'll be safer that way. See you tomorrow, all right? Be careful. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. Good morning, ma'am. Would you be so kind as to help a poor orphan clean her sketchbook and put book corners on it? Pretty please. I don't have money, but I have a pearl bracelet that I would be happy to give you. Sure. Aww. Oh, please don't be this kid please don't be Theo. Now, when he said he followed the kid in the alleyway, he wasn't talking about Theo, was he? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're a lifesaver. Here, the bracelet, just like I promised. You're a newspaper girl, right? What's the word lately? Ma'am, for this kind of information, you should buy a newspaper, or I could spill the tea with you personally, but the price will be high. 1 pearl bracelet, to be precise. You want it back? All right, but the information better be worth it. Of course, I don't cheat my clients. So, did you happen to know Otto von Benwick, our esteemed lord of the town? He assigned the elite guards to stand watch at the castle gates. I noticed when I was passing by. He had never done it before. I think he expects someone important enough to be escorted by Maverick himself. Who is Maverick? The captain of the guard, Otto's right hand. I tried to stay away from him. There's rumors that he likes to torture thieves to death. I get goosebumps every time I see him. I don't care about that, Otto. Is that all you know? Of course not, ma'am, but you have to pay separately for each new piece of information, I'm afraid. You stole that ring, didn't you? Who is that in the picture, your brother? An artist friend of his painted us when I was little. Do we look alike? Don't answer, I know we do. He's a good brother, always protects me. Do you have any siblings? No, I grew up in an orphanage. Oh, we're orphans too! But we live on the street. It's better than there. What happened to the sketchbook? Where did the mud come from? I dropped it in a puddle. I'm a little bit clumsy. Clumsy? You're a pickpocket. Are you implying I'm lying, ma'am? I would never. Should probably get going. I need to work. So do I, ma'am. See you later. I'm Jenna, by the way. Put in a good word for me with Nathaniel. I can be useful. I'm not sure that was worth the cost of a ring, but... I'm not sure that was worth the cost of a bracelet, though. I couldn't help but notice that it was a decoration. Oh yeah, I need to hit the button. Good morning, ma'am. Would you be so kind as... Oh, wait. We get it back again. All right, that's fine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Probably get going. I need to work. Good day to you. I would like to decorate my book with flowers and ribbons. Something with the soft texture to the touch. Is that possible? And if you're worried I might get something dirty, I can leave. I know my appearance is repulsive, and I deeply apologize for that. You're fine. I was about to die. All right. Can I change the color of this? Here, well, does that count? I don't know if this counts. Good enough. These flowers are so soft, I can feel them rustling beneath my fingers. And the ribbons. Is it silk? I can't remember the last time I held silk in my hands. Seems like it was ages ago. Thank you. If you don't need anything else. Don't worry, I was just about to leave, but before I go, may I ask, are you all right? I hear an unsteadiness in your voice. Did something happen? Everything is all right. I'm all right. I'm sorry if I was too intrusive. I just wanted to be sure. Goodbye. Perhaps I'll come again with another book. Good morning, you're Manilia, am I right? The bookbinder. I was hoping to find you here. I'm Maverick, captain of the city guard, here on the orders of Otto van Benwick, lord of the town. I have a few questions for you. Do you happen to know Theo Bennett, Lord Otto's messenger? He came to the shop the day before yesterday. What did he want? He was acting normal. We didn't discuss anything except his notebook. I see. Theo Bennett was brutally murdered. Nathaniel! Theo Bennett was brutally murdered yesterday morning. He was found in an alley not far from here with 2 stab wounds, one in the stomach and one in the heart. The guard who was patrolling the quarter at the time might have seen something, but she slipped on the stairs on her way home and hit her head so hard she's unconscious now. I wish I was joking. So you're the last person who saw Theo alive. Remember anything else, be sure to report it to the castle. It's important. See you again. Nathaniel, I was cool for covering with you until I found out you killed a baby. Oh, hello. Good morning, it's me, Agate. Remember me? I came here a couple days ago. Are you busy now? I would like to ask you to help me with my notebook. I accidentally spilt some wine on it. My mom will be furious if she finds out, so I need to get rid of the stains before I get back home. Which is right now because I won't have time to come here after classes. Nothing else is needed except perhaps ruffles? They'll look a little too dull for my taste now. All right, give me your book, girlfriend. Ruffles. I don't even know what ruffles means. Other than the chips. Because I like chips. Who doesn't like chips? Alright. Decorations, frames, bows. Grill. Oh, it put it all the way up there and I can't reach it. All right, we'll call it done then. Thank you, you're a lifesaver. And with ruffles, it looks much better. If I can't wear clothes with ruffles due to university rules. Sorry, a frog popped into my throat. And with ruffles, it looks much better. If I can't wear clothes with ruffles due to university rules, I can at least have them on my books. A small act of rebellion. I think that's all for today. Now I better hurry if I don't want to be late. Thank you for your time and help. I'll visit you tomorrow. Hey, lass, I heard you're a bookbinder and I need your services. See all this dirt? Get rid of it and put a new cover on the old one. Quickly, lass, time is money. I knew I could trust you, lass. Birds of a feather flock together, eh? I recognize the language on the cover. It's old Silmarillion. My, you're an educated lass, aren't you? Who taught you? Some noble pig, I bet. A little. The title of the book is Exile. Well, I can only take your word for it, lass. I'm a simple feller, you see. I only know one tongue. If that's all you wanted, I'd rather get back to work. You're the one who started showing off your knowledge, lass. Not many folks to talk to, eh? I would say see you, but we'll probably never meet again. Manila, did you hear the news about the guard? She hit her head so hard she's delirious. She doesn't remember a thing. Have I ever told you that you're my favorite person? Who are you and what did you do to Neat? Oh, come on, I'm not that terrible. Here, for your efforts. Oh, and one more thing. I decided to buy a letterbox for the shop. It'll arrive tomorrow morning. I finally won't have to walk here every time I need to tell you something. You can send letters to other people too, of course. You want to. Whatever you may think, I care about your needs almost as much as mine. Now help me with the book. It's from Stefania's library. She asked for a new cover, copper corners, and some decorations of your choice. Again with the Solarian. All right, a new cover, you say. We'll do flax. Remote book corners. I don't know what that is. Well, apparently it's that. And decorations. And it was apparently a cookbook. What do we got? Beautiful. She will like it too. You've always had a talent for bookbinding. Why didn't she come herself? She has some work to do for me. She is my ears and my eyes, so to speak, my messenger as well. Smart woman, much smarter than she appears. Does she know about the murder? She does, but don't worry, she can be trusted. Can you be trusted, though? I think you owe me some answers. Fair enough. How about going to the tavern, like in the old days? We can talk there. I really need a drink or two. It wouldn't hurt for you to relax, either. If you pay, I'm in. Of course, shall we go, then? You're gonna kill me. The tavern is just as you remember it. Dim lights, the smell of dust and vomit, suspicious people whose eyes linger on you uncomfortably long as you walk past them. For Nate, though it's a second home, his gait is relaxed and confident. He plops down at one of the tables, gesturing for you to join him. 2 mugs of ale, please. Nate waves a hand to get the attention of the innkeeper. The woman nods, and her eyes shift to you, a look of surprise on her face. She recognized you. You remember her, too. Always grumpy, always tired, always unfriendly to you for some reason while cherishing Nate. Maybe because you're a magician? You don't care anymore. You still drink, I hope? Not anymore. I was too busy in the capital, and I was never that fond of drinking in the first place. So when you and I parted ways... You shrug, not knowing what to add. When you were kids, Nate really liked to boss you around. You did only what he wanted, and only what he said. But it was a long time ago. You don't need his protection anymore. Now you have a choice. Finally. Nate wants to say something, but the innkeeper's approach interrupts him. 2 ales for ya. She places the mugs on the table with one hand and takes coins from Nate with the other. I see the noble's lapdog is back. Don't stick your neck out for her, Nathaniel. She doesn't even look at you when she says it and walks away faster than you can react. What's her problem? She's not entirely wrong, you know. About what part? Because so far I'm the only one who sticks my neck out for you. Let's not start this. Not now. You wanted answers? Ask. He reaches for his mug and takes a few sips. You hate how calm and unbothered he looks. Why steal the book? What's so special about it? Nothing. Well, that's what I thought. That it's just a very expensive book, and that if I sold it, I wouldn't have to worry about money for years. That poor Theo died for that? I should have known better. It was transported incognito. You don't do that for expensive things, only for deep, dark secrets you don't want to draw attention to. So you didn't know about the cards beforehand? No. Nothing at all? You said you never seen dark tarots, but you have heard of them. No, I try to stay away from magic whenever I can. He gives you an apologetic smile that doesn't seem genuine. Memories from your childhood in the orphanage surface one by one. Freak, abomination, witch spawn. So much name-calling, sore bruises on your skin, a nosebleed. Nate tried to protect you, but it didn't always work out. And then his nose bled too. Vanilia? His voice brings you back to reality. Have I satisfied your curiosity? You shake your head, then take a sip from your mug before continuing. The ale burns your throat, driving unpleasant thoughts away. Do you know there's a captain of the guard after me, Maverick? What do you mean, after you? Are you under suspicion? Not yet, but he came to the store this morning, asking questions. Shit. The bastard is stubborn. He won't give up easily, especially with the murder involved. I'll tell Stephania to keep an eye on him. You know him. Let's just say he can be a real pain in the ass. Nate doesn't elaborate. You're smart enough not to ask further. It's useless anyway. In his eyes, he's more than allowed to keep secrets from you. We need to get rid of the cards, unless you have another plan. I got in touch with an old acquaintance of mine. She's a magician, too, a rather impressive figure in the criminal world. She may know something about them. So you want to keep them? Of course I do. I know an opportunity when I see one. You grit your teeth. Nate likes to play with death way too much. These cards are dangerous. Oh, please, how could you know? And even if they are, well, I'm immune for years to come now. And you're a magician. which doesn't make me immune. I won't force you to work with me if that's what you're implying. How kind of you. You can't help being sarcastic. How can he say this after dragging you into a murder cover-up, after blackmailing you? And why do you even care? Why did you agree to come here with him in the first place? You were friends and you just can't forget it. I'm not kissing him. He killed a baby. You would never have become them if you weren't for the circumstances. Your friendship was born out of desperation and a craving for survival, not genuine sympathy, and yet it was friendship all the same. Got lost in your thoughts again? It's not like I can fully control it, especially with all the shit happening. I have an idea in mind. For every question you ask me, we drink. For every question I ask you, we drink again. What do you say? You need to relax, and so do I. A small mug of ale won't kill you, I promise. You have questions for me. You already know where it's going. Nate wants to ask you about the Capitol, about the murder. Sorry, I'm not in the mood. Maybe another time? Another time. Sure. He buries his face in his mug, going quiet for a while. I guess the conversation is over then. I asked you everything I wanted to know. You won't play his game. You were promised answers, but you didn't promise any in return. You don't owe him explanations. Without another word, Nate drains his mug in a few gulps and heads for the exit. You follow him in silence. Such a colorful game for such a dark story. Every time you receive a new letter, you will see this notification. Click anywhere on the screen to continue. Hear, hear, hear! The annual fair is just around the corner. Bring your friends and family to feast on fare from the finest cooks in the region. Take part in amusements never before seen or discover your fate through a tarot reading. You may even be granted an audience with Otto van Benwick, the lord of the town. Don't miss your chance. Come to the main square at noon on the 9th day of the month. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. I know that there is more to play, but I actually have to go to work in a few minutes. And I have many more demos to bring you. I actually really like it. I'm going to add it to my wish list. And we'll see what the future brings us. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company, and I'll be back soon with another demo.